Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Friday Night Chop Session with Stormy B Man for this Friday, October 24th, 2025. This is number 202 in the series of Chop Sessions. And we're calling this one Parker versus Wardley. Heavyweights on deck. Yeah, we got the big heavyweight fight coming up tomorrow where Joseph Parker is going to be defending his WBO interim heavyweight title against contender Fabio Wardley. These two men are going to face one another from the O2 Arena in the UK. And it is expected to be quite an affair when these two heavyweights meet. So we'll be talking about them a little bit this evening as we get into our Friday night chop session, Welcome everybody. I hope that you have had a pleasant day, prosperous week, and look forward to the fights ahead. As am I. It's been a rough week, I'm telling you. It's a lot of people are catching it right now. And we just have to hold on, Tighten our seat belts, man. It's a bumpy, rough ride out here. I'm telling you. But at least we can come together for something like this and talk about something that we all love, and that's the sport of boxing. Yeah. Want to do a little quick roll call, see who we got in the building this evening. I decided to change the music up a little bit this evening because guess what? Stormy likes his music, We got some blues going this evening for you, Yeah. You know, I like to dabble in the different genres of music as well, You might even hear some bluegrass play on Stormy's channel. That's right, I said bluegrass. Yeah. So, who we got in the building? Michael Thomas is out there first. He says Fabio Wardley, KO, It Man Magic, Mike from Joseph Parker. Nothing special. Mac of the South in the building saying salute to the Grandmaster. Convos with Cam back with us saying salute Stormy, salute chat. Working in the AM. Peace and blessings to you always. Thank you so much, Convos with Cam. She says smash the like button and share the video. Yes, please do. Mac says we live and exclusive. That's right. That's right. The Messenger 215 says, salute to the channel and chat. Yes, sir. Mr. Shelton in the building saying, rah, I'm the boogeyman. What's good with you, Mr. Shelton? Happy Friday to you, brother. Universal Truth back with us saying, salute Sensei in chat. Adrian Vitt is in the building saying, salute Stormy, Sensei, and chat. Stephen L. the Mac is back with us saying, Sensei, what's good with you, Stephen L.? Shelton says, Mac of the South, peace. Yes, sir. And Kamara, the stepping razor in the building saying, the music is fire. Yes, it is. You know, Stormy has an eclectic taste when it comes to music. I don't spring it out on you all the time, but I have a whole library of tunes. This one you've never heard me play yet. But I'm going to tell you something. I got some more if you get up. A lot of more. Yeah! So, welcome everybody, You see I put that salute in the chat earlier with the champagne glasses and the beer mugs, Cheers, toast it up, because it's the weekend, We get a chance to see some more boxing. One more round of boxing. Man. Are these weeks going by fast, you guys? I mean, it's like, you ever flip through a book, just flip the page, it's like that's how it seems to be going by for us. So we got to take time out and show some appreciation for our blessings. Huh? Yeah. The blessings, we can't gloss over that. We can't gloss over it at all, man. So, we have to do what we can do. Yeah. So, we're in that fourth quarter of the year. There's a lot on the horizon. There's a lot of matchups, potential fights, because we've been seeing fighters pull out of fights and fights being postponed. I don't even know what to make of that. But one thing comes to mind. A lot of these fighters of today are not in shape, people. They're not in shape, and they're not taking their craft serious. They're not fighting frequent enough. Sure, some of the purses are better than what they used to be from fighters from a different generation. But you can see where apathy has set in and these guys aren't motivated. And that hurts the sport tremendously, because we have talent out there, but they don't often hone their craft, cultivate and build. How many fighters of today's time can you say that you've looked at and you've watched marked improvement over the course of their career? Not many. Some of them have started out with potential. They reached a certain level and point in their career, and that's kind of it until they stop. And that's very unfortunate, because that means that the growth is not happening. That's the learning process is not happening. And mixed in with that, because they're not facing quality opposition to test them. And in the event that they do suffer a stumble, a fall, or a setback, that they have to go back to the lab and replenish themselves, learn things anew, or try things anew, and reinvent themselves sometimes. George Foreman, in order to become the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, retired for 10 years and came back at the age of 38 to the sport and virtually had a second career before he challenged Evander Holyfield for, at that time, Evander's undisputed title. And though he lost a unanimous 12-round decision, he stayed at it. And then at the age of, 42? George became heavyweight champion for the second time in his career with a 10th round knockout over unified champion Michael Moorer, becoming the oldest heavyweight champion in history. You see, that means something. Not the fact that George just won it at an elderly age, boxing-wise, but the fact that George reinvented himself. He was no longer that slugger that pursued you and KO'd you with a swarm and barrage of heavy-fisted, bludgeoning punches. George became, in his second career, became a crafty fighter. Though he was still a slugger, he set traps for fighters, and he set them up, and he worked behind a ponderous, thudding, heavy-handed jab. He adopted Archie Moore's cross-arm defense, not the Philly shell. It was Archie Moore's crab-like cross-arm defense, something quite similar to what Georgie Benton taught and once fought out of himself defensively. George could take a punch. He always could. But in his younger years, because of the early round knockouts, George never worked on his stamina. And Muhammad Ali was the first to expose that. Then came his Ron Lyle fight, which was a knockdown, drag-out affair where it ended up being called the elevator fight because both men hit the canvas twice. But it was his fight against Jimmy Young that was his second loss that led George into his retirement for a decade. That fight that he lost to Jimmy Young, it kind of took something away from George psychologically too, because Jimmy Young was not a puncher. He wasn't the flashiest of boxers, but he was quite a technical tactician, boxing-wise. And he just outsmarted George, outboxed him. So when George returned to the ring, not only had he revised his method of fighting, his approach to the fight game, he also revised his demeanor and his way of dealing with people. It actually ingratiated him to people, and people began to love him in his second career like they loved Ali. Amazing. So it can be done. A fighter can make the proper adjustments in order to elevate. And I speak of George fondly in this manner because he's an example of that. He's not the only one, but he's the one that I selected to speak on regarding making my point. So, when these gentlemen get in the ring tomorrow, someone is going to suffer a loss, and someone is going to move forward toward an opportunity in 2026 to challenge undisputed champion Alexander Usyk. I already have my thoughts of who is going to prevail. Hopefully you guys have been watching my content. I did a live this morning talking about these fighters. And there were quite a few people that tuned in to that because I saw the numbers, which I was impressed. But this is what I do. A condo in the building. What's good with you? Grand night to you as well, brother. Dale.Rev says salute Stormy. Chill Town Majors in the building saying salute Stormy. Peace and blessings. Right back at you, brother. Good evening, chat. Adrian says your review of the big George Foreman movie was on point, Sensei. Oh, you saw it? You saw my review? Many people didn't say much about that, man. It's like, you know, what can I say? And I did that review months ago. But thank you for that, Adrian. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. So the fight between Parker and Wardley will take place on the Zone pay-per-view tomorrow. Some of you may be looking to stream it, or some may have the Zone and you may order the pay-per-view. I don't know which way it'll go for you. But I'm interested in seeing what's happening. I'm really interested. I saw something today that I didn't enjoy at all. And that was the weigh-in. If you saw the weigh-in between these two fighters, put a 1 in the chat, please. I'm waiting to see the responses. Dale Riv and the Messenger 215. Only you two guys saw it? Okay, well, I'll dive right in on what I have to say about this. I saw the weigh-in. Parker, who happens to be the WBO interim heavyweight champion, is entering the fight with a record of 36-3 with 24 KOs. Wardley is coming into the bout 19-0 with 1 draw that he did avenge, and he has 18 KOs. The scale, the tail of the tape on the scale. Wardley came in at 242.7. That's a weight that he has carried, give or take a pound or 2, over his last 4 or 5 fights. He's 6'5" and solid. He's not a sculpted Adonis, but he is an athletic man for his size and his height. He's not overly muscled, which is a good thing, because you see, back in the day, being chiseled and sculpted, trainers didn't like for their fighters to get too much muscle mass on their bodies, because muscles are heavier than fat, believe it or not, and they take up more energy as the blood is drawn to the muscles. And I'll tell you something, if you guys remember the physique that Muhammad Ali had, he wasn't a sculpted Adonis, but he was an athletic built guy, kind of like Fabio Wardley. Now, Joseph Parker, who's 6'4", weighed in. He thinks it's a muscular muscle mass 262.4. But we do know that guys from his culture are big boned. So you could see that they will carry a little more mass on their builds simply because of it's a genetic thing. However, 262.4 is too fucking fat for Joseph Parker. His height, the way he fights, and how he gets around in the ring. And I'm going to tell you guys something, because when he fought Bacoli, he was 267. But Bacoli was a blubbery 310 with no training camp. 48 hours earlier, before fighting Parker, he was on his sofa with his toes in the tub and his hands wrapped around grub bars. Parker's too fat, you guys. He's thinking too much about being strong. But I'm going to tell you something. He's thinking wrong. Mass is not going to do much for you, man. These guys with these damn trainers who try to tell them to put on more bulk, more bulk, more bulk. That's the trainer's answer to everything. Let's get bigger. Let's get bigger. Joseph Parker, for his size, for his bone density, should be weighing somewhere between 235 and 245. Seriously. He was 255 plus when he fought Joe Joyce and got knocked out. And that was when the Juggernaut was still walking through punches like Michael Myers, hunting guys down and battering them. I don't know what in the world is wrong with these trainers who got fighters thinking that putting on more muscle mass is an answer to them being a better fighter. When Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury in the third fight, he put on an exceptional amount of weight, and I believe he came in at 230 plus, like 238 or something like that. Too heavy for Deontay. Way too heavy. And he was breathing heavy, and he sounded exasperated. You know, there is a right weight for everyone, which puts you in shape. 262 is not it for Joseph Parker. If he was 262 coming out of this training camp, what in the world was he before he started camp? Think about that. I'm not an advocate of this, you guys. I'm not. See, sometimes things need to be said, bro. It's not hating, it's telling you the truth. I wanted to see if he came in over 250 pounds. I'm like, you know what? Let's go Wardley. There's only 3-year age difference between these two, with Parker being the elder at 33. See, some of you may not take much stock in what I'm talking about, and that's okay. I be about the X's and the O's. Huh? And right now, I'm not feeling what Parker decided to come in at. Andy Lee has not done this man any justice. That sounds like a compromise. 262 pounds. That sounds like a guy who didn't work hard. And let's not forget, he's coming off of a layoff, but a couple of fights where both circumstances were questionable. The Bacoli situation, that should not be a celebrated victory, but they celebrated it as if he had really conquered the man who defeated Jared Anderson. That was not the same man. The fight against Zhilei Zhang, he was dropped twice by Zhang and still ended up winning a split decision. There was supposed to be a rematch. He allowed the rematch to expire so he could move forward. He had no intention of fighting a rematch against Zhang. Salute to my brother, the Black Martial Arts Society. I'm sorry I didn't see you there, bro. Yeah. So this guy is coming in all bulk. You can bet your bottom dollar that Fabio is prepared for this. His next opportunity is a shot at the heavyweight championship of the world, the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. £262, people. You know, when Muhammad Ali was fighting and you would come in like that, he'd make fun of you. He'd tell you in a heartbeat, I'm gonna dance all night long. You'll never be able to catch me. Not that Fabio Wardley has to fight like Ali. But Parker doesn't carry a huge knockout punch to begin with. He's an average punching heavyweight. He's strong, but he's average. I ain't cutting them no slack, brothers. No slack. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that Parker is in shape at 262? Really? King is asking, salute Stormy, what should Fabio's game plan going into the fight be? Listen, to win. He's already in there with a guy who isn't at his best. Not at his best weight, not at his best frame of mind, not even at his best as being competitive. If he was smart, he would have got his ass into much better shape for this young man, because this young man don't know how to lose. This young man, and I call him young because they're both young to me, but Wardley will knock your freaking head off. But he doesn't go in there like that. That's not his fight. He's a fighter, a boxer puncher. He'll box with you and everything, and he'll try to, when he lands his shots, he's trying to get you. But he's not wild. He's not overzealous. He doesn't overthink things. He's patient at times. And he's got something called fortitude, something that I have noticed for a long time. EJ in the building, what's good with you? All I'm saying is, when a guy doesn't give himself the best opportunity to win, you can expect damn near anything to happen. He can get injured easily. He can lose stamina early. He can quit. He can make excuses for himself and everything. A guy who's in shape and ready and raring to go, whether he wins, loses, or draws in the match, he will come out there with confidence. You watch what happens when this fight is over. Watch what happens. It's very unfortunate that things have played out like they have. Very unfortunate. EJ, did you catch my live from this morning? Did you catch the replay? I dropped some gems in there. I sure did. We got a lot of good fights coming up, you guys. A lot of good fights. On the 30th of this month, we got the return to the ring of Michaela Mayer. And that's going to be interesting because she's moving up to another weight class, super welterweight. That is a must see because she's taking on Mary Spencer. Spencer is 10 wins, 2 losses, no draws, with 6 KOs. Spencer is older than Michaela by 5 years. She's 40 years of age. Yeah. Alicia Baumgartner really dropped the ball by not fighting a rematch with Michaela Mayer. Those two could have really made some money. What I like about Michaela Mayer is she puts her punches together very well, and she will engage, but she doesn't fight with her heart. She fights with her head. She displays heart, of course, but she's a very headsy fighter, very intelligent. The way that she handled Sandy Ryan in their rematch, she boxed circles around Ryan. And Sandy Ryan is a good fighter. You see, Michaela Mayer, she's going to look to draw Mary Spencer into exchanges so she can counter. Now, Spencer is a little taller at 5'11". Mayer is 5'9". But that could work in Mayer's favor as well. This should be a very good fight. Spencer is another one of those strong Canadians that we don't get a chance to see a lot of until they fight someone of notoriety outside of Canada. I think the event is going to be held in Montreal, so Michaela once again is on the road trying to get this Continental America's title. Oh, I gotta check something. I forgot to do something. Give me a minute, family. I will be right back. Give me one moment. My apologies, family. I had to take care of something real quick. But I'm back. Anyway, so the Michaela Mayer card has got a couple of young bouts on there where they've got some fighters who may present some entertaining undercard. But I'll tell you something. The fight between her and Spencer should be a barn burner. I'm telling you. Because Michaela's fighting at a higher weight now, we don't know if her punching power is going to be, effective, but this other lady, she can crack a little bit. So, and Michaela ain't no punk. So I look forward to this. It's going to be a very interesting time. That's on October 30th. It says you could watch it live with Top Rank Classics or some outlet of ESPN or something. But I know that ESPN ain't doing Top Rank, so it's probably going to be on an app or something like that. But I'll be looking forward. King is asking what app will she be on. I'm not certain yet. I'm not certain. Yeah. Ravens Nation, what's good with you? I see you out there. Yeah. But yeah, and as we head on into the year, man, there's some pretty darn good cards out there, you guys. Because on November 7th, Pro Box TV is coming back, where we have that Nick Flas is going to be taking on Delonte Tiger Johnson. That's Pro Box. That's on a Friday, you guys. Friday, November 7th, Pro Box TV. And Flas has fought on Pro Box. Tiger Johnson has moved up to welterweight. Hey, let's get it, right? These are the kind of fights we want to see. These young guys going at each other, man. And Pro Box is a great stomping ground for some of these fighters who they're not necessarily on the big cards, but they're staying active. So Pro Box is picking them up and putting them on their air. That's great stuff, man. And again, Pro Box has been listening. They're on a Friday. So it's not on a Saturday like, what we got coming up after that, because after that is going to be Ortiz versus Lubin, on November 8th. That's a big fight card, You see Erickson Lubin challenging Virgil Ortiz Jr. Hey, that's good stuff, you guys. I'm telling you. So that's early November. We got some tussles and rumbles going on. I like that. I like it. But that Tiger Johnson Flas fight, that's going to be one to tune into as well. Pro Box has been doing it. They've been doing it. I think that young dude that messed up Ryan Garcia's ribs before the Tank Davis fight is on this card. I can't pronounce his name. What's his name? It's up there on the screen. I'm trying to see what's his name. Can't see that kid's name, but yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Unfortunately, the undercard for Wardley and Parker Wardley, it doesn't have anyone, screaming, check us out on that undercard. They are the meat and potatoes of that card. I don't like when I don't know anybody on a card, and that's the case for those guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to put a poll up here. See here. I want to test you guys' boxing knowledge out. Okay, audience, it says we got 14 concurrent viewers here. So I'm posing this little poll out there for you guys. I want to ask you all, what do you think about the fight? Who you got and how? Why and how? So you can make your picks on the poll and write in the chat why you got, who you got. Joe the Beast, what's good with you? I see you out there. Okay, King says Wardley by stoppage goes to the body early and breaks Parker down. Interesting. Del says, I have Wardley by late stoppage. I think the weight is going to catch up to Parker. Okay. Yeah, see, that's interesting, you guys, because you're looking at the fight through a different lens, and I like that. I like that. EJ says Wardley by knockout in the 5th row. Come on, guys. It says we got 7 voters so far, so let's hear some more comments. Man, this is ridiculous. Universal says Wardley by decision. Parker has experience in big fights, but the weight, if the pace is pushed, will hurt him. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Universal. Joe the B says, I'll take Parker with a split decision, long as his conditioning holds up. I think he boxes his way to a tough win. Now, see, I'm going to tell you, Joe the Beast, you're hedging. You're hedging because you say if his conditioning holds up. There's a good chance his condition don't hold up because Parker going to get hit in the body and everything by a younger dude that is in shape. Yeah, King, he could have came in at 240. And I talked about that at the top of the show. I talked about that. I said these trainers that be convincing these guys that bigger is better for them are a bunch of bumps on the log, bro. They're horrible. Yeah, they are horrible, those trainers. And he's got that doggone Andy Lee in his corner. Psh. Good luck with that. Is my man Mr. Shelton still out there? Mr. Shelton, what you doing? Put that bean pie down and put a vote in the chat, bro. Probably wiping the mud off his feet. Or not. Mac says, if Parker catches him with that overhand right, he can probably surprise and stop Wardley. But I think Wardley will be a little bit too much for Parker. You talk Mac at this Mac, you say that like Parker is some kind of tremendous puncher or something. You do know he went the distance with Dillian White and Derek Chisora and all of that, right? You do know that. And was knocked out by Joe Joyce. He went the distance with Wilder and went the distance with Zhang, and Zhang put him on the canvas twice. Never got AJ in trouble, huh? Parker is not the boogeyman. Why you think they didn't take a fight against Ajay Cabiel instead of Wardley, huh? Oh, here you go now, like Mr. PC. Anything can happen. I'm just saying. Don't that apply to every damn thing in life? See, when you talk like that, you're never right or wrong, right? It's just like I was in the vicinity. I was in the area code, huh? Wrong, F plus, huh? You gotta pick something. Stop hedging, huh? You acting like, oh, I didn't ask her out. I didn't want to go out with her, you know, because she said no. Writing your own narratives. Yeah, see, if she say this, I'm going to say that. Look at him now. I got Wardley. Stormy done forced it. Joe the B says, I'm going to stand on my picks and say Parker split decision and boxes his way to a win. If I'm wrong, I'm going down with the ship. Huh? Get you some life jackets. Huh? Joe the Beast, get you some life jackets. Huh? Did you check the name of the ship? The U.S. Titanic 2. Yeah! Yeah! Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. Cabiel might be better, but Wardley is more ferocious. So he didn't necessarily pick the lesser of two evils. I'm telling you. He did not. I've been trying to kind of guide you guys, but y'all be like Stevie Wonder. I see you. I see where you coming from. Shit. See? Y'all will make me act a fool up in here. And I listen, I just be trying to help you out. But that's why I be passing out F pluses like M&Ms. Because y'all don't want to listen. You don't hear me though. Look at Joe the Beast. I packed my floaties, a life jacket, emergency flare, and raft just in case. Well, let me tell you something about that, Joe the Beast. All radios are down. And you in shark-infested waters. Try not to thrash around. And make sure you ain't bleeding. And don't play that damn song. What's that song from the movie The Titanic? Where that woman was singing. What's her name? Y'all know the song. They played that shit 2 million times. Joe the Beast gonna be playing that song out there in the water. Them sharks gonna be like, y'all hear that shit? Let's get his ass. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's Celine Dion. There you go, Universal. They gonna be playing that damn song. Every time y'all hear that song, y'all gonna raise a glass for Joe the Beast. Wish you was here. After the Wardley fight. Yeah. Jonathan Simon, what's good with you? No, I ain't coming on, man. Nothing. Listen, I told you, I tried to guide you guys in a certain direction. I'm going this way. You know how you tell a little kid, come on, let's go. And they go the other way, and then they trip and fall and bust their head or something, and now they crying. I told you, little hard-head ass, to go this way. See? That's what's wrong. Y'all see them kids, they grow up, they be teenagers, and they have all, like, if they cut their hair real low, like mine is cut down to the scalp, you see, like, stitches, marks, in their head. That come from not listening. You be like, oh, you was a bad little son of a gun when you was little, wasn't you? Uh-huh. 25 emergency room visits. Yeah. See, you know, once you get Stormy B-Man started, man, I'm going to be roasting. I'll be like, y'all smell barbecue? Yeah. I made a comment on somebody's video today. It was like, you know, one of the comic book nerd channels. Some dude wrote a response. He didn't like my response because it was about Zack Snyder, right, coming back. He's like, I'm waiting for your live. I was like, why? Shit. I done said what I had to say. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to go live. I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time, bro. Boy, I tell you. These motherfuckers out here. It's funny too to me because they don't think that I ain't sharp or something. Really? I'm called the sensei for a reason, man. Marks who can't even add 1 plus 1. Yeah, let me tell you a thing or two, buddy. What? Why don't you sit down while you say that? Yeah, let me check on this poll now. See what we got going on here. Only 11 votes, man. We got 17 people in here. Only 11 votes. Come on, guys. Oh, man. And Parker is winning 55 to 45%. Come on, man. You can just tell when some people ain't got it, huh? You can't get it because you ain't got it. Jimmy Bernard, what's good with you? Take a quick vote on this poll, Jimmy Bernard. Oh, look at it. Now it went up a few more percentages for Parker. 62%. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Yeah, you guys, when we come back to the post-fight show tomorrow, it's going to be like, well, Stormy, I don't want to hear it. No, that's okay, Joe the Beast. That song was real popular. It was a part of American culture. What's the name of the song, guys? I can't even think of the damn name of the song. What's the damn name of that song? Let me pull it up. My Heart Will Go On. Ain't that the name on it? My heart will go on. Yep, y'all gonna be singing that damn song out there in the water where the sharks is chewing on your ass. I It's okay. We'll make a movie about y'all too. Except for your film will be titled "You Ripped Your Shit." I should have listened. I gotta do it my way. Yep. Now I'm watching on my monitor. I got these fights on the zone where these girls are fighting. They fighting like two chicks in the street, bro. Nothing like the sport of boxing, I'm telling you. Well, because I talk so much about this fight in particular, I think I may shut it down a little early today because I did that live this morning talking about it. I did a video earlier in the week. I didn't wait till like Friday to release the video. I did it earlier, so. But yeah. Let's see here. Joe the Beast, that's funny. But no, I'm so creative, I'll have a specific title for you. It'll be along the lines of that, but I have to make it, the author's choice. See, I'll make it something like this. Damn, damn, damn. They say, well, what does it say that for? That was what he was heard to shout before the Sharks got his ass. You see? #1 bestseller on the New York Times list. They be like, damn, we can't wait till his next book. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate everybody that came in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the fights. I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. We'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace to everybody.
if Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me. Especially since, you know, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, because he never got off.
You think he's on
steroids.
steroids?
Of course. How does five?
You saw De La Hoya.
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. You know what I mean? No, all those fucking dudes in that camp are doing it.
It don't matter to me. It's all gonna be the same.
I try it, but my body just no let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. I hit Crawford, but no clean shots, like with all my power. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He knows how to move and everything.
Oh, what a nice day. Look at Jessica. Jessica, what are you doing? You know you can't swim. Get away from the water, Jessica. Jessica, get away from the, oh my God. Somebody help Jessica, please. She can't swim. Go ahead, Jessica, run. Jessica, no. Oh my God. No, Jessica. No, the water is pulling her back in. Where's the lifeguard? Lifeguard, hurry up. She can't swim. Jessica, no. Lifeguard, please save her. Yes, two lifeguards. Save her, no. Please, Jessica. Oh, look, hey. Is that husband is coming? Oh, you want to left there. Hey, please, save her. Jessica. They're coming now. They're here, Jessica.